This is, I'm just going to say, this is a big day for the Bonnie Show. Yeah, she's excited. And if y'all are watching, if you're listening, we have an amazing guest. This is our first celebrity guest, Lauren, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. I even had these Tom Ford sunglasses. I thought, should I wear these? Like the Breakfast Club, P. Diddy. But John came in, he said that you look like you're blind. So I just thought, it made me kind of nervous. So we have Catherine Bergin here with us today.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for coming on.
This is an absolute thrill. So I met Catherine. I came to Los Angeles about 2 weeks ago. I had an audition for a Family Guy, which normally wouldn't really be my style, wouldn't really be my thing. But they had this kind of cool country, rocker chick kind of character. And so I went to an acting class on the West Side, and I met Catherine Bergin.
Yes. The rest is history.
That's right. Absolutely. Fast friends. And I said, this girl has it factor. She has star power.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for having me. First of all, also I wanted to say I brought the green juice. I used to I would show up to class with the green juice because it's just what I do.
Yeah.
And Bobby would be like, that looks like something I'd put, what'd you say, on my face
on my face, on my foot. Yeah. I didn't get it.
Yeah, we're going to get you on the green juice sometime. But just even, first of all, because this is going to be about acting, I love that you took that risk even doing a voiceover audition, because I know that you had said that you really only like to do on-camera stuff because you feel that's sort of your best instrument, your body.
That's my wheelhouse. Check out this picture behind me. I wanted to show you this, Catherine.
I was going to say, is that you?
That is me. That's little old me. That was taken in my garage, if you can believe that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I took that.
Wow.
I took it. Yeah. So I think, I send that usually instead of a headshot. I'm like,
you put it on the backside. It would be good on the backside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Flip it over.
Wait, you're sending that instead of one, Bonnie?
Well, I did with Family Guy because I needed to get a leg up. I needed to get a foot in the door. But then they chose Shania Twain over me, which I kind of thought, Shania Twain's not at the acting class that's $1,000, 4 hours a week. Kind of threw me off. I thought, she's not an actress. She's a, whatever. It didn't work out, but what did work out is I met my new friend, Catherine.
Yeah. And just to that, we're definitely heading into a time where people are so obsessed with celebrities and, making celebrities actors. And it's what about the real actors? But
absolutely.
I think today we're going to really get to what it's about. And I think the cream always rises. So you're working on your craft, and it seems like you said that you really want this next sort of era of your professional life to be really serious. So I'm very excited to see where it goes.
Method. I want to be in the Joker. I want to be get down here, get out. I want to fire guns. I want to do my own stunts. Catherine was, if anybody has seen this, God, I'm so excited she's here. If anybody watched White Lotus, the second season, Catherine played the assistant, the one that wore, they always put her in the crappy clothes. They're they make her look really young. She had a dinosaur necklace. What was it even like?
I wasn't in the White Lotus. I'm so sorry.
Bonnie, that wasn't her.
No, but I remember I told you that I had auditioned for the first season, and I think I got one call back. But no, it was a few
one
years
call back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Yeah. Hey, now we're even. Family Guy. I know how it feels, honey. So, I did think. I thought you were working with Jennifer Coolidge, but you know what? That's okay.
I would love to. I think that you would be good at roles like her too. So I think it's always good to have.
Yeah, baby.
You would go totally just balls to the wall.
You know what? Let's not say things like that.
I'm sorry.
It's sort of a family show. That's okay.
Okay.
We're just getting started.
Yes.
All those things that's more long, Lauren talks like that. And I go, please stop. It's a family show. I think it's really okay that you auditioned and didn't get it. And you know what? You've done a lot of other really cool things. We'll get to that. So you know what? We might even just take this out as to not embarrass you. I just like you, Catherine, because you have youthful, fun, beautiful energy. And I always say, like, Lauren, please just bring some heat, bring some personality, bring some enthusiasm. So it's a relief to have you here.
Oh, thank you. And hi, Lauren. It's nice to, I've listened to a couple episodes, and I think that Lauren really brings something to it. You know, I think you guys have a good thing going. So I'm excited to see where this goes.
See, that's
wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bonnie makes me come on here, so that means a lot.
Do you hear how professional she's, Lauren? Like, she listened to some episodes before she came on, all that kind of stuff. I think, Lauren, what do you think? I think Catherine's kind of like a Zooey Deschanel, kind of a cool, like, walking around New York, writing in a journal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like everyone sort of has that like one actor or actress that they really want to be like, you know? Zoe, and I try to do sort of an amalgamation of just like different people that I could pull from, and Zoe Deschanel is, I'll add her. I think that
absolutely
feels like her. Yeah.
Who else for you? Dakota Fanning? Like, who else are you pulling from?
Dakota Fanning is kind of good. I like an Elizabeth Olsen. I like even a Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
These names are escaping me, honey. I'm not sure.
Did you watch Fleabag?
No.
I love
that's
Fleabag.
Not a title I'd click.
I know, it's sort of an ugly word. I remember you said I like pretty things.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you watch Bridgerton?
I watched a couple episodes of Bridgerton. Yeah.
It's like a soap opera, like a Marie Antoinette soap opera.
Yeah, it was very hot and heavy, and like a lot of costumes. Yeah,
absolutely. I think, Lauren, if you were going to be an actress, who would you pull from? Like a Kristen Stewart?
I don't know. I've never thought about that.
I think Kristen Stewart, like, remember, Catherine, in like in the magazines when Lindsay Lohan would be like on the curb and she'd be punching paparazzi and pulling fast ones. That's kind of like how I think Lauren would be if she had something in her wheelhouse.
Lauren could be in like a you know how they just made like the bling ring, like maybe she would be good at, like, really channel that sort of, I don't know.
Yep. Or like
energy or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or like 13.
Oh, I loved 13.
Remember?
That would be a crazy role to play. Just really, you know, down in the dumps.
2 bad girls, right? So, you know, I met Catherine and I thought, this is a star, you know, child star. I don't really know her age. Can't really tell by looking at her, which is lucky. You know, she can play younger.
Yeah, I'm not going to say. I plead the fifth.
Don't tell me you're 28. What did you know, when you met me, you know, what did you think? Like, were you like, oh, this chick, she's got some.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, you're drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know that you like put effort into it, maintaining it. And I know that you said like, this is your calling card, which really, really inspired me. And I'm trying to be more polished. So you're definitely an inspiration like that. I just think that you remind me of, like, I just grew up watching the Real Housewives, and you are like a Real Housewife come to life. Like, you say what you think, you're always polished. You just show up with like your one singular energy. Like, you are you and you mean it, which is, I think, really inspiring. And it seems like you really follow through on like who you are. Yeah. And that just comes across. And you did that scene in class. I think the one he gave you, just like the hot read, was like a scorned woman. And I was like, I do not want to cross her. Like,
I said, get out. You know, I did this kind of crazy voice. Get out of here. You know, this kind of crazy voice.
You didn't say it. You like hurled it, you know?
Yeah. And they were like, pull it back, you know, and I thought, no, like, you know, you're not going to tell me what to do. Yeah, I think that, you know, I'm appealing to people because I own it. That's why Lauren likes me, because I just give it to her straight. And I am who I am, you know. People have tried to change me. They've tried to say, do less, do more, do this, do that. And I just think, well, I don't take advice from people less successful. What, you cut me off, honey? What'd you say?
Oh, sorry. I said, it's my first podcast. I said,
yes,
welcome to the industry then, you know, like,
yeah. You know what I always say, Catherine, and you can use this if you want. I don't take advice from people less successful than me, you know, living in a 25,000 square foot home, pulling the back, hot tub. Like, you know, what are you going to tell me? Pull it back? How about you know, get a car that's not a Hyundai 2007. Okay. You know, so whatever.
Yeah. I used to drive a Hyundai Sonata though. Good car. But Yeah, that's sort of an inspiring, no BS way to go about life. I'm very excited to see how you handle this acting exercise.
Yes. So Catherine came on here and she was like, I had the best idea for your show. It's going to be so edgy. Let's do an acting exercise on the mic, on the podcast. I said, hell yeah. I said, let's nut up or shut up. Right.
And the couple times that you came to class a few weeks ago, I know that Lauren had just sort of waited. I don't know if like she was walking around the neighborhood or waiting in the car.
Getting her steps in. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, Bonnie, you saw someone do this exercise. It's just like something that the acting teacher will have people do on the spot.
Yep.
But Lauren, I think it would be really cool if you would, I don't know, be interested to like maybe answer a couple of questions. It seems like maybe it would be in your wheelhouse.
Do I have? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do
Answer's
it.
yes. We're going to say yes is the answer. What's the
Sure.
question? Right.
Okay.
That's how
Okay.
that's how my team rolls. So let's just jump into it. Now, what is this called, Catherine?
This is called The Actor's Quest.
Okay.
Gene Frankel and Elia Kazan created this exercise. They're like some old school theater actors, like New York people, sort of in like the Uta Hagen camp.
And
So
all right. These are different than the ones we did, but I'm gonna roll with it. I'll roll with it.
Okay.
What do? We just
so I'm going to say a statement. There are 12 statements on this. We don't have to get through all of them, but you essentially in the exercise, you repeat them until the acting teacher feels that you are ready to move on from each of them. But while you're repeating them, you're really drawing from what they inspire within you. And I think it'd be interesting if we talk about what these inspire in each of us, especially Bonnie, as you go forward on sort of being your biggest, boldest, deepest actress.
That's right. Absolutely.
Okay.
But wait, so how many times do we have to say it?
Just whenever is natural, and we can then move
okay.
on. Yeah.
All right.
So,
all right.
Firstly, number one, I will take my rightful place on stage and I will be myself. And when I did this for the first time, I literally bawled out. I was bawling on stage because I felt like I had just.
Were you on something? Had you taken
Why?
something?
No. Just
drugs, alcohol.
No, it was just like a tsunami of feeling. So maybe you say it and then say like what it summons in you, what it makes you feel like.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah, Lauren, you can go too. Whoever.
Okay,
Yeah,
Lauren, why don't you?
You want me to go?
Maybe Bonnie, you go first.
You know what? I'll go. I will take my rightful place on the stage, and I will be myself. So.
Yeah. It's not performance based. It's just like.
Oh, I thought we were doing the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has to be entertaining. Honey, people are listening to this, so
yeah. I think truth is very entertaining.
Yep, absolutely. Did you say you told me you're in a movie with Brad Pitt? What was that like? Oh, I want to do this, but
right. No,
we got to keep people hooked.
Wait, no, I don't know if this would keep people hooked. One of the first commercials I did was for a Pitt smoking like device that it was like only sold at Home Depot. So it was like a limited run. Yeah.
Wires are getting crossed, huh?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, maybe Mercury is in retrograde. I don't know. I think it was out.
Yeah, because I thought you were on White Lotus. I thought you were. That's okay. Lauren, why don't you try the
maybe you're predicting my future.
Maybe I'm fortune teller.
She doesn't believe in that.
Oh.
Lauren, why don't you try one of the affirmations?
Sure. All right. I will take my rightful place on the stage and I will be myself.
And what does that mean for you in accordance with your own life? Not acting.
Yeah, Lauren, what does that mean for you?
I think Bonnie likes me to come on here and be something that I'm not, and I refuse.
Can you chill out? This is supposed to be fun.
I think that sort of the fun is from the depth. So just, what that meant for to me at that time, I was like, I feel like I'm trying to be someone I'm not. I'm maybe making myself smaller. I am just not feeling like I'm taking up the space that I'm meant to take. So then when I read, I will take my rightful place on the stage and I'll be myself. Yes, it works for life beautifully. And then also for acting, I'm like, wow, I don't want to have any sort of veil between me and the truth of this work.
You know what? You're like Dr. Phil. Like you just are on it. You're giving advice. You're in this stuff, huh?
Yeah, I do think that acting has really helped with that because it just like requires you to mine yourself. Let's move on to the second one. Maybe the first one is like,
Yeah, that was a tough one, huh? That was tough, Lauren.
Hard. That one's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2. I am not a cosmic orphan.
What is it now?
I am not a cosmic orphan.
Oh,
Okay. Lauren, this is a good one for you, I think.
why?
It's a hard knock life, but
All right.
your whole shtick, being an orphan.
Are you an
Little orphan
Annie?
Annie. No, she just acts like Annie every day of her life. When she comes to my house, she takes so much advantage, Catherine. She walks in, she's like, I think I'm gonna like it. Puts her feet up, calls me the maid, can I have a tea? She's just said whatever.
Yeah.
We don't have to get into it. Lauren, do the sentence.
All right. I am not a cosmic orphan.
Can we get a little bit of enthusiasm, a little bit of spunk?
Okay. I am not a cosmic orphan.
Yeah. And does that bring up anything for you?
Yeah, it kind of makes me feel depressed.
Yeah. That's honestly number 2 is probably the darkest. Bonnie, what do you think of that?
I'll try it. I'm not a
I know it can be awkward.
Sorry, my sillies are getting out. I'm not a cosmic orphan.
Ooh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah. And that's how you approach life. Like, we all kind of have our wheelhouse, and you're like, no, I'm telling you. To me, I'm more like, oh my God, that makes me sort of realize like we are all alone, but like, I don't have to be afraid of it. Like, I'm not a cosmic orphan. I guess we're all in it alone and together,
Yeah, it feels like that. Absolutely. I'm wondering maybe you could come down and come to church with me, Catherine. That's something we could maybe talk about off air. I'm getting a lot of energy off you that you're a searcher. So that's something maybe we could talk about.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What's a good one?
Let's see. You know what? Actually, let's go with number 3, and then we'll move to a great one.
All right.
Why don't you start that one?
Me start?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I have no reason to be timid. I did kind of something different there.
Yeah, that was sort of ASMR.
Timid, because timid is like small. I have no reason to be timid.
And Bonnie, I think that you really already sort of live your life in that way. Like, you don't play small. You don't play timid. You don't play shy.
Nope. I am swinging for the fences at every moment. Yeah. That's how you have to be. You got to take you. Life is your oyster, especially you, Catherine. You're so young. You're so beautiful. Your skin's great. You have healthy hair.
Thank you.
Sparkling eyes. So
thank you.
You got it going on, girl. Even
Get
if
a
we're not
room.
White Lotus. What is it?
I said, get a room.
Please don't bring your lesbian stuff into this. Go ahead, Lauren. Your turn.
Lauren, just pick anyone.
Good idea.
Let's see.
8 could be good for you. Sorry.
8.
Absolutely.
Okay. I will admit rejection, admit pain, admit frustration, admit even pettiness, admit shame, admit outrage, admit anything and everything that happens to me. Did you like that one, Bonnie?
Powerful stuff.
Powerful.
That probably triggered your Catholic trauma. Did it? Did that take you back to going in confessionals and having people in? Was that
maybe
upsetting?
now that you bring it up? Yeah.
Because that's something you told me you didn't ever want me to bring up on air, but I'm thinking, oh, it's hard not to, and that's right in the face, right?
Yeah. Which obviously we want to be careful of, but
sure.
Yeah, essentially this is just saying like use everything that's happened to you toward the work. Like, Bonnie, what is something that you think could really be of service to your work? Could really help you mine characters and go deeper?
You know what? A better agent, Catherine. I'd like to be, I'd like to have a better, a big daddy agent, someone who's like this girl, someone like, who I'd like someone like on, did you ever watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, that loud gal?
Yeah.
Her agent was always like, I'm getting my client, was always helping her. And it's like, no one's helping me. Lauren doesn't help me. My husband doesn't help me.
Yeah.
My
So
bodyguard
I
helps
help
me.
you. I help you in a lot of ways.
Well, I send you a list and you get half of it done, but whatever. What do you think, Catherine? What would help you?
What would help me? I mean, just in terms of the work, it's like not shutting out any part of myself, you know, saying I'm going to use my parents' divorce. I'm going to use the time my boyfriend cheated on me. You know, I'm going to use the time I was hit by a car. I'm gonna,
Oof.
you know, I'm gonna
That's a series of unfortunate events.
yeah, you know, I'm gonna use times that money were tight, you know, to real. I mean, what if I was, I don't know, what if I was given a role to play? What if you were given a role tomorrow to play a single mother on welfare?
I
What?
wouldn't know how to do that, honey. I'd go, I'll play the landlord. It's like, give me my money, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard to relate to certain things that you don't know how to relate to. When I was watching television one night, I'm also going to take it left just for a second, Catherine. I want to hear about the divorce and all that stuff, but I just, you know, want to keep it upbeat too. When I was watching TV one night, I was sitting there and I'm watching with John and a commercial comes on. I go, oh, that's Catherine. That's Catherine. Yeah. It's the one where he had the buttons.
Yes. For car gurus. I drop a bag of buttons when a car rolls through the living room.
Oh my God. And I was just like, that is Captain. That's so amazing. And I went to class and I was, you know, talking about it because it's this big commercial. It's an amazing commercial. And then she told me, like, didn't some guy reach out to you or about that? He liked your body or something, reach out to you?
Oh, yeah. A lot of YouTube comments on that were like, oh, look at that cake. That's a nice mound. Like, just really, I mean, crazy stuff. But I'm glad that you brought that commercial up because there's such a difference between commercial work and TV and film work. So, for example, there's a really famous acting coach in LA, Killian's Workshop. He's just like a famous commercial coach, only commercial. He said, love and Bonnie, he's a bulldozer. And he says, commercial acting is not an art. You are raising this corporation's value. But guess what? TV and film, opposite. So commercial, there's no subtlety in that. It's, this is the best car I've ever seen. Or my teeth were always pretty yellow, you know?
Yeah, right.
And when you get into TV and film, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to mine these experiences and only move my eyebrow a tiny bit.
Right. You're going to go, were you in the woods that day?
Yeah, you know? Even maybe a little less.
But on a commercial, you're going to go, you know, these airbags are the best airbags money can buy. But on a show, you might be like, my son is in that room, you know. Switch it up.
For TV and film, I mean, it would be kind of fun if we give you a line read, Bonnie. If you were to say,
oh, sure.
Something like, this is really good pasta, you know?
Yeah. You know what? This actually was good pasta. Yeah, I kind of took it up, you know, because it's like.
You added a word.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, whoopsie.
Said actually.
Creative genius. Well, I kind of thought maybe if we were at a restaurant and it wasn't, I didn't think it was going to be good, you know.
Yeah.
Zoli's or something.
So let's say if you were in a commercial trying to sell this noodle, what would you say?
I'd say, hey, Catherine, do you have a noodle?
With the line, this pasta's really good.
I was going to say, because if you don't, I can sell you one. I have it right here.
Oh.
Okay. What do you want now? Okay. So I'm saying, these are very good noodles.
It's
kind of lame.
Say, this pasta's the best I've ever had.
This pasta's the best I've ever had.
Yeah. That
I'd make it big.
You just want to go like genuine all the way. But then if you were in TV or film and you're just sort of, it's just a comment that kind of rolls off you, you know, like.
I would just be like, oh, John, this is the best pasta I've ever had. You know, I'd take it very quiet. This is the best pasta I've ever had, you know.
Yeah. I want to see with the work, I want to challenge you to really be able to say it like you would just say it, you know, in your everyday life. Something like, this is really good pasta. Or like, you know what, I really like this pasta. Or
yeah,
like,
I really like this pasta. Like that? Yeah, I kind of like this pasta. It's like he just wanted me to be like Lauren, like Monica. Yeah, this is pretty good pasta.
Yeah.
Might be good for you.
Well,
sort of
maybe it might be good for me. It also might steal my shine. You know, people like me because I'm like, ha, you know, come in guns blazing. So, but I'll think about it. You know, I'll think about it.
Yeah. Maybe we can. Oh, Bonnie, I know one I want you to go through. Number nine.
Sure, honey. Sorry, I
No.
was talking to my lawyer. I was
Oh,
texting.
okay.
I'm listening.
Are you going through something crazy?
I'm under NDA. I'll tell you about it off air. I'll tell you about it at lunch.
But that, if you could just really quickly kind of say the emotions that brings up.
Rage.
Rage.
Violence thoughts. Satanic thoughts.
Ooh.
It's about my neighbor Rich. He's suing us. Hey, we're getting sued. So
does it make you feel scared?
Are you talking about
No.
Dick?
Yes, I'm talking about Dick. It does not make me feel scared. I'm not scared of Rich. He's a single man. You know, Catherine, do you know anybody's like they're a single man, they don't have kids. You don't think they're gay, but what's the deal, you know?
Have you ever tried to sort of get into their mind and put yourself in their shoes and think about what he might be thinking?
Tell her what happened.
Well, my son accidentally, he had a bonfire with his friends, which when you have kids, you'll know, they love having fun. They love cutting up, but the fire spread, it caught Dick's deck on fire. You know, if I went into his head, I think maybe he's in love with me, to be totally honest. I think maybe it's there's some tension there. Like he's like, he talks a lot about like helping me parent my kids and stuff. I'm like, well, you're not their daddy, It's a long story, so.
Oh, yeah, helping you parent your kid.
Do you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? No assumptions. Lawrence told me not to assume.
I do have a boyfriend. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And I think that relationships force us so much to look within ourselves. Like my boyfriend is such a good vehicle for me to discover deeper parts of myself. Like, does John do that for you?
No.
Maybe it's because
No.
I've known him so long.
We have a very, playful marriage, but we've been married for a long time, honey. We've been together like 17 years. So different, once you're at that point, you're not going to be, he's not going to be, it's not going to be as deep. You're going to be like, shut up, get out. I want the house to myself on Sundays, the whole thing. So.
Right. But maybe what's changed over the course of the 17 years, not like a judgment on him, but like, how do you maybe feel differently about yourself?
Sorry, honey. I'm falling asleep talking about John. Sorry. I'm not,
Oh.
I want to do all this stuff with you, but John is the most boring subject we could think of.
But
He's very simple. He's very simple.
You're not boring.
No, I am not. I spark
Not at
and
all.
shine like, the top of the Chrysler building. Lauren, she has a friend, a roommate. So that might be something you guys could talk about because you guys are definitely both young. And
She likes to call my girlfriend my roommate.
Oh, I was wondering, do you have like a weird relationship with a roommate? Oh, she calls your girlfriend.
Yeah, but I don't like to really bring her into this.
Wow.
Please be polite to our guest, or nobody's going to come back. If you're like, oh, I don't want to, no pass. It's like, well, that's rude.
Yeah.
Well, I ask you not to bring it up.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry.
Bonnie texts her all the time too because she wants to be friends with her.
We are great friends.
Oh.
Let's do another acting exercise, shall we?
Yeah. One of these.
Lauren, I'd like you to do number 10.
Let's see. Really?
Yep.
I will work on it.
You're right. Maybe one more time.
Why did you want me to do that one?
You just have a lot of stuff you gotta level up. Catherine,
Why don't you try it now?
Mine? I'll do one.
Yeah,
I'll do number 11. I will raise my voice. Catherine, why don't you do 5?
5. Ooh, this one's crazy because my throat chakra, a Reiki healer told me that it was kind of closed. I will leave my throat open. Woo! I mean, that one sort of almost summarizes all of them up,
Yeah, I think so. It's like I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring the heat.
Yeah, it's like I'm not finished, I'll always evolve. I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to be honest with you, but most importantly with myself.
So, Catherine, what have you done? Because we're not totally at the end, but we're just so the folks at home, where can they find you? Like, what have you?
Oh, yes. I have made a couple of web series.
Like YouTube videos?
Yeah, YouTube, and those have been pretty popular.
Have you ever seen are you talking about like Marcel the Shell or like stuff
I've
like
seen
that?
the Shell. Yeah.
Is that kind of what you're doing?
I don't do voiceover. I play almost like an elevated version of myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The first one was called Winfrey. It was like a sort of a
Oprah?
it was drawn from her name. It was when I went to an all-girls school, and I made sort of like a mockumentary about going to an all-girls school. So again, and my next one was sort of a mockumentary. So like everything I love is just rooted in truth, but how can we elevate it?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what are the dark, cavernous parts of you? And like, how can you use it? How can you exaggerate it? Because this is a business of exaggeration and truth. It's kind of sometimes like, which way do I go with it?
That'd be hard to go to an all-girls school. That sounds very competitive. Were you like the most popular girl? See, I picture you kind of running the pack over there.
Yeah. We were a really nice group of girls. I think.
Falling asleep again. What else have you done?
So commercials I do.
Okay.
One was in the Super Bowl, actually. Yeah, but unfortunately, it only played on the East Coast. Like my whole family was watching it together in LA, and I was like, "I'm in this, I promise."
Right? You're like, I don't lie. I'm not a liar. They're like, yes, you are.
Yeah, that was for a hard seltzer company, and then I did that Car Gurus one. I did a teeth whitening one. That's a bit embarrassing, but they keep playing it. They just sent me one more sort of measly small check, and my teeth are like caked in this like brown thing. It's really weird. But again, you can't really have an ego in this business, like you just have to be like, ooh, I didn't look good in that commercial, but I'm still gonna post it,
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Because you could say no. You could be like, I'm a young, beautiful girl. I don't want my teeth. But that's okay. But really, just what movies or television?
I have a couple of parts in short films.
Okay.
And I think that the universe doesn't really make mistakes in terms of timing. So I'm like, I guess I wasn't ready for the big leagues. I mean, we'll see what's next. But I've done, commercials, couple short films, web series I've made, and I'm not done yet.
That's right. Don't let them count you out. Being in your late 20s it's like falling off the edge of a cliff, but you got a parachute and that's your looks. Hey, you are a beautiful girl. So that, you always fall back on that.
I actually wanted to ask you a question because I feel like you're sort of this enigma,
right?
But you always mention like past career working, and you say that you are an actor. I'm just wondering like what your journey has been.
My journey has been one of total it's really my journey, Catherine, with performing. It's about celebrating me. I was huge. This might be something you don't know about, which is okay. But I was huge in pageants, the pageant circuit. Unfortunately, don't have the height. You have the face. You definitely have to grow your hair, or get some extensions. They're not super into that, a bob.
It's very surfacey.
Well, it's just more about, you're talking about all this inner stuff and psychoanalysis and stuff. This is very about check like this picture. It's like, can you bring the energy to the stage? Can you make people feel something? Can you make people feel alive? Can you make them feel hopeful? But, standing there and kind of saying, Alabama, they say, what state are you from? And you go up and you say, Kentucky, it just makes people feel hometown pride. And I know that's something that's not, you wouldn't know about, and I had to explain my career to Lauren, and, that's okay. So now,
Yeah. So that will be something to work on, because obviously in your past, it was so prized, just sort of, almost like a toxic positivity, and like just very, very surface level. So that will be hard to break through. But I think if anyone can do it, it's Bonnie Barnes.
You know what, Catherine? I think there's a lot that I can teach you about shine, and maybe there's a lot that you can teach me about just white knuckle gripping on, showing up to teeth whitening, letting them yellow your teeth. You know, you can teach me about that kind of stuff, I think.
Yeah. Just being someone who will collaborate with others.
Yeah. Works well with others. You know, I could learn how to fit that on my resume, right?
Yeah.
Lauren, you know, you both live in LA.
I think Catherine would be a great mentor for you, Bonnie.
Well,
Kind
I'm
of bring
an
you
older
into the
one,
acting
Lauren.
world.
I'm a little bit older than Catherine, so I think maybe if anybody's mentoring someone, it's probably me to her, you know. But I think we could have a symbiotic relationship. I think if Catherine and I were you know, we'd kind of be like Jack Donaghy and Liz Lemon. You know how he's always like, "Good God, Liz," you know, "Good God, Lemon." That would be kind of me to Catherine. I'd be like, "Put some dry shampoo in your hair," you know, stuff like that. Kind of like I do with you, Lauren.
Lucky you, Catherine.
Thank you.
You know what?
I mean, who knows, you know, Bonnie, I could model a character after you. Like, my point is we're constantly taking things in and it's like, how can we use it to push our art and in turn, ourselves and then in turn our art.
You keep losing me with this stuff, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll talk more. We'll talk more at lunch. We're gonna go have lunch, Lauren. Do you think you'd be able to drive us and drop us off the Ivy? I've been wanting to go to the Ivy, and Catherine has agreed to go with me.
Yeah.
Is that something
Yeah, sure.
you could drive, and I'll bring you something out.
You're okay with going in the Camry?
Yeah. Oh, well, you know what? Cut. Just let's cut this for a second. I want to take Camry out, and then action. We're back. Catherine, thank you so much for coming on the Bonnie Barnes Show today. We are so thrilled to have such a high profile, up and coming starlet like you on our show. And we so appreciate your time. Lauren, please say something polite, please, for God's sake.
Thanks for coming, Catherine.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, really quick, Catherine, where can people find you?
They can find me on Hulu sometimes because my commercial will just pop up. It's really fun. And then my Instagram is C_Bergs, Bergs.
You can see how gorgeous she is, especially when her hair's grown out. You know, she's just
I'm growing my hair out.
Yeah, we talked about it. All right, honey. Well, I'll see you in a little bit for lunch. We're going to have the best time, Lauren. I will call you right when we hang up. Thanks.
Lauren, are you gonna come to lunch too?
Probably not.
No, I think three's a crowd. Just in this case.
Not to.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for listening, America. We love you. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.